Hi everyone, my name is Tanya and welcome back to my channel about fiber arts. In this video let's talk about knitting and crochet. I'm going to show you all my finished projects this fall, and also I'm going to share my knitting and crochet plans until the end of this year. I hope you will enjoy this video, and let's get started. Recently I have decided to put more effort into this channel, and I will greatly appreciate all of your support, like, comment, anything. The first project I wanted to share with you is this blouse or a long sleeve that I've knitted with 100% linen yarn. I have started this project in summer while I was in Russia, and I finished it already here in the United States. Linen, nettle, flax fibers are in trend right now in Russia, and while I was there I have found this 100% linen. I read the reviews, they were good, and I decided to give it a try. Knitting was very hard with this. 3mm needles are recommended for this yarn. I had only metal ones and the stitches were slipping off those needles, so I had to get wooden ones. It became a little bit easier, but still it was very rough. I didn't like the resulting fabric. I wasn't sure that I will ever finish this project at all, but the reviewers were telling about these things, so after washing it will be better. So I tried to continue. I didn't have any specific pattern for this project. I wanted to have something with fitted sleeve. However, knitting the sleeve and the body separately and then attaching them to each other, it's too complicated. So I started knitting from the top down, and I decided to do a saddle shoulder with only 2 stitches in the shoulder part. It gave that sort of a fitted sleeve look, I mean the closest possible, without the need of attaching the sleeves afterwards. This yarn does not hold the rib at all. For the bottom of this blouse I have done 1 row of single crochets and then crocheted some sort of a scalloped edge, basically 1 row of double crochets and scallops formed by 5 trebles and the chain stitch between them. And for the sleeves, I haven't done any decreases in the sleeves, and I had to somehow narrow them around the cuff area. For that I have knitted a few rows of tabular rib and added the same crochet edging as for the bottom. Finally I came back to the neckline and finished off the open loops, open stitches with a row of single crochets. After I washed this piece, it turned out to be super soft, super silky. I really didn't expect that kind of dramatic change. It's also perfect for the warm weather because it has that sort of cooling effect, and I really enjoyed the feel of this fabric against the skin. At the end of October we went to Boston and I was wearing this blouse during the day. It was warm enough, so I didn't really need to put any cardigan or vest on top of it. Please let me know what you think about it, and if you ever tried to knit with 100% linen yarn before. My next finished project is a cardigan for my son. We were staying in Istanbul at my relatives while my passport was traveling to the US Embassy for visa stamping. At that time I realized that for a while the life in the US will be quite frugal because I will not be able to work without work authorization. So I have ordered a few yarns to be able to knit something for my kids and for myself. For my son, I have picked this bright honey yellow color. I didn't know what I was gonna make for him. I knew it will be a cardigan. One of my favorite knitting pattern creators, she's creating the pattern specifically for kids, called for test knitters, to test her new cardigan with over the stitches or over the loops embroidery part. I have never tried this before. Of course I was very much interested in trying this, and anyways my son needed something warm to wear. You know, I really enjoy test knitting because there is always this pressure with time. You need to finish the project within a specific time frame, which is about a couple of weeks only. If I knit without a test, my projects can travel from 1 year to another and then last forever. This was a test, and this was a quick result in 2 weeks, and it was adorable. All the patterns that I've knitted from this author, they fit the kids, at least my kids, both of them, perfectly. I really suggest them to anyone who speaks Russian. Unfortunately, the author does not translate her patterns into English. I'm going to show how it looks on my son. Now he keeps wearing it under the coat. And so far I don't see any peeling. This is 100% merino wool from Gazal. I'm gonna leave a link below, or I'm gonna show this yarn on the screen. If you're somewhere in that part of the world around Europe, you can, I guess, order this yarn online. My next finished project is something that came from last year. I started it last winter, and then all these visa issues happened. I kind of abandoned it, and then I took it with me to Russia because we traveled to Russia in May. It was still cold. I was thinking maybe I'll finish it, but I never touched it. It has traveled around the world with me. Finally, I have finished it. I washed it, I blocked it, and now it is ready to wear. Originally, I wanted to make a Weasley sweater. I think those sweaters are usually knitted with a squared body and like rectangular sleeves. I don't like when the shoulder stitch is somewhere here around this part of the arm. Instead, I decided to make traditional raglan, and I was gonna add the letter T. My name is Tanya, so I wanted to make a traditional Weasley sweater. But now, 2 years later, that idea doesn't feel so appealing to me. I think it's a little bit childish, like I'm 38. I decided to leave it as it is, without any embroidery, without any letter. I have made this sweater with Nordic Tweed by Infinity Design. This yarn I have purchased in Russia. Drops brand by Sadness Garn has something similar, because I think the yarns from Infinity Design are really exactly the same as Drops yarns. I have purchased 450 grams of this yarn. I have more than 3 balls left. So apparently this sweater turned out to be really lightweight. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with the rest of it. I'm really happy with the result. By the way, this cardigan on me is the same yarn in different color, and it's super warm. Right now I feel like hot already. This is the last big project that I have completed this fall. The next project I'm going to talk about, I don't have it with me. It was mittens with Harry Potter embroidery for my daughter. I have brought this bag of leftover yarns with me to the United States. I wanted to give life to these leftovers. I have even started filming a series of shorts of my projects from scrap yarns. I only had about 30 grams of the stockings yarn from Gazal, and it was enough for the mittens, and I have decided to embroider something related to Harry Potter, because she already has a scarf and a hat in Gryffindor style. I have found some design of HP from Pinterest and embroidered that on her mittens. Now let's move on to a couple of home projects that I have finished this fall. First of all, after coming back to the United States, I have tried to decorate the house. Again, we are on the frugal side right now, so every time I was looking for some sort of placemats for my table, they are kind of pricey or very low quality. Instead, I decided that I know how to crochet. I went to Michael's, grabbed some cotton yarn and made 4 of these placemats. I have washed them already 10 times, and they hold pretty well. I have recorded the full tutorial for these placemats, and it is already on my channel. I'm going to leave a link below. Go ahead and check it out. The final finished project, and it's again a project from a scrap yarn Ziploc, and it's these cute kitten coasters. There is nothing really complicated in this project, but it's super cute. It is only 4 rounds of crochet and a couple of cat ears. Anybody who knows how to crochet can do something like this. I'm going to make a short video how to crochet them. These were all my finished projects, and now I'm going to talk about what I'm going to need in these last months of the year. I'm not going to start anything very complicated because I know that I'm not gonna finish it. I know that this month I will have lots of sewing projects and I'm not gonna have that much time for knitting. I have already cast on a hat for my son. I'm going to post a picture here of the pattern that I'm using. It will be jacquard with little foxes. The author of this pattern is Russian, but I'm sure that she has all her patterns translated to English, and I'm gonna try to find them and leave a link below. I'm going to make the hat from this 100% superfine alpaca by Infinity Design. This one I have purchased in Russia, but again, this is equivalent of Drops yarn. I have this yarn in blue and white, but I didn't purchase the orange color for the foxes. I'm hoping that I will be able to use Drops Air that I've used before for other projects, but this yarn is apparently thicker. I'm not sure how it will be. I hope that the stitches of Drops Air will somehow integrate into this alpaca. If not, I will have to go and buy some probably acrylic yarn from local Michaels or Hobby Lobby. My opinion about acrylic yarn is such that I'm not really against it, but I wouldn't knit myself out of 100% acrylic yarn because there is tons of stuff in the stores here and anywhere in the world. I mean, especially in the United States. Knitted stuff, hats, sweaters, cardigans, and it is all 100% acrylic and it is all very cheap. And if I'm gonna knit with acrylic yarn, I'm just questioning myself, is it really worth my time? Because we are spending hours on knitting something like a hat or even a cardigan or a sweater, and is it really worth our time to knit all of this out of 100% acrylic when Target sells the ready acrylic sweater for like 15-20 bucks, at least in the kids section. I think if I will not be able to use the Drops Air for my hat, just foxes part, it's okay to do with 100% acrylic, but making the entire garment, I wouldn't use it. It's my personal opinion. Again, I'm not against it. It's beautiful and it is really pleasant to work with sometimes. And another project that I'm planning to cast on in December, probably I'm not gonna finish it because I won't have enough time. And again, Harry Potter inspired for my daughter. My daughter is asking Harry Potter cardigan. When I ordered merino wool for my son's cardigan and another one for my daughter, another color for my daughter, Gazal sent me a complimentary gift of 500 grams of this 50% cotton, 50% acrylic yarn in this gray shade. And in this book there is something called Hogwarts cardigans. I don't think I'm going to make cardigan out of it because it's not gonna it will not be that warm. Instead, I want to make a vest, but probably my pattern will be based on a Hogwarts cardigan from this book. Finally, I want to start knitting some toys. I always enjoy some little toy projects, especially around Christmas time. I know that I won't be able to finish it, but at least I want to start making this bunny. I have been planning to make this bunny for years now, and I think it's time to just at least cast it on, and slowly maybe it will be done, maybe around Christmas time, but I want to start working on it. This book is called Knitted Animal Friends, and I have already made a mouse once, and I've shown it in one of my first videos. For the body of the bunny, I'm going to use a leftover from this Ziploc. It is ivory color cotton, 100% cotton yarn, and I'm going to pair it with brushed alpaca silk by Drops. I have tried this before in my toys. It gives the best results usually because cotton is not stretching that much as, for example, acrylic or wool when you fill the toy with this fiber fill. And the brushed alpaca silk gives this a little bit of wool texture to it. Combine them together and you will make a really nice rustic knitted toy. This is all I wanted to share with you today. Please let me know what you think about my finished projects, which one you liked the most. I'm really enjoying all your comments and feedback and appreciate it. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you all next time.